So we'll have plenty of time to preview the series from every angle as the days go along. But I just wanted to hit on a couple of quick things that are going to be top talking points, and they're things that have already come up in my group chat with not the Philly friends, with my 3 friends from my fraternity that we're still in touch, that we do 4 plus me, 5 of us, where we draft teams every year for a wins pool, like snake draft, and I've never won. So shows how much I know about the league that I cover, but they're all Celtics fans pretty much to a man. So they're pretty jazzed up and they think this is going to be an easy series, which I'm not ready to go that far. Actually, I'm very bullish on Dallas's chances here. But anyway, they play twice this season. Boston won both. Only once since the trade deadline on March 1st. Daniel Gafford only played 6 minutes off the bench. Derek Jones only played 7 minutes off the bench. Obviously, much different makeup now where both those guys are starting. And I don't really know what we can really glean from that game. I'm sure. Look, Joe Mazzulla talked about watching the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton when he got hurt sustained a hamstring injury before Pascal Siakam was acquired, to pick up some things. And they learned, and then TJ McConnell became part of their scouting report. So I'm sure, cannot confirm, but my belief would be that the Celtics are watching that film. Sure. Even though it's a different team.
Joe Mazzulla made a point of telling everybody that they were going to weaponize their time between the end of their series and the start of the finals. So you got to find other, if you're looking for weapons, you turn over every rock and look in every darkened corner of the room. So I'm sure that in between viewings of the town, you found some time to break down that tape.
I'll just say this too. Like, Joe Mazzulla is a weirdo. He just is. Not many people in the league seem to with him, but
wow, okay,
that's just what it is. But I left the conference finals pretty taken by how that whole roster has really fallen for how he preaches the game, and from like a mindset standpoint and the principles that he has like sewed into the fabric of that team, to the point where, like, when I was sitting there post game, game 4, thinking about how Brad Stevens, from all my book reporting, trying to figure out the early days of him in Boston, how like the players were very different personalities and very different approaches, but the players were all just kind of taken to how the attention to detail that he would bring to practices and whatnot. And he would run all 5 guys through all 5 positions, so everyone knew every aspect of every action and blah, blah, blah. Like, the word when Ime Udoka got suspended, and that this is a completely unplanned riff, and that Joe Mazzulla was like the obvious choice to Brad Stevens, was pretty strong. Like, hearing Derek White shout out these like championship stations that they do at practice, which is literally like out of a high school training camp where the players rotate around all the baskets and side baskets on the court. Most NBA facilities have 2 courts side by side and have as many as 2 or 3 baskets along the baseline. So you get like 8 to 12-ish hoops around the practice court, and they're doing out of bounds plays and what, like, just wanted to say, I saw some talk in the early Twitter sphere, like trying to break down this matchup, and some people saying like, oh, the Mavs have the best player and the coaching advantage. Like, I don't know enough. I don't think anyone who's not on these coaching staffs and that doesn't work on a coaching staff knows enough to tell you who's like truly better. But like, Joe Mazzulla, for all the shit he's gotten to from Celtics fans and whatnot, for the late game offense not having as much direction that people would like, dude's a damn good coach, and he's gotten those dudes to believe in all of his messaging and mindset stuff and what have you. So just quick shout out to Joe Mazzulla. Anyway,